me a pickle. Pickles, pickles, I like pickles. Don't you know they make my tummy tickle? Pickles, pickles, I like pickles. Won't you give me a pickle?
Hey, good morning on this December 10th of 2019. Almost closing the year out here on the Cup of Joe with Pickle. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the show. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Appreciate the viewers already. First things first, what we're going to talk about today on Cup of Joe with Pickle is quite a few topics. What we're going to do, what I figured out, is we're going to cut this podcast into 4 segments. Going to be 15 minutes each segment. We're going to talk a little about NASCAR. We're going to talk about a little about local racing, a little about NASCAR Heat 4. And then to close it all up is where we will put you guys' names out there. You want to be recognized. We want you to be on the leaderboard. So we're going to have our last segment called the leaderboard segment, where we recognize you, the racers, and put you out there because you are the people that make what NASCAR Heat 4 is, and we appreciate that here at Cup of Joe with Pickle. First and foremost, I want to thank a few sponsors for helping me put on the broadcast today. Foster Trucking 22, Spidal Motorsports, Knock Knock Racing, Burketti Trucking and Welding, and Reaper Graphics. Reaper Graphics had me a beautiful, which I posted on Facebook, on my page on Facebook, logo for Cup of Joe with Pickle, and I got to do a few other things to get it on the broadcast. It will be on the broadcast when we have the live camera, all that good stuff. Speaking of the live camera, it will be coming next Monday. You will get to see my smiling, hairy little face. So yeah, we got all that going on and plenty more. But first things first, I want to tell you that on my Facebook page is Troy Spidal, on Facebook.com. You want to be friends? You want me to talk about things? Friends request me on Facebook. I post a lot of stuff about the Cup of Joe with Pickle. I post a lot of things private, personally. A lot of things racing. And yes, I am on live and in color. So yeah, if you comment, if you say anything, please, from the bottom of my heart, I ask you to keep it decent, polite, because not only are you seeing it, all my friends are seeing it, but the rest of the world can see it too if they want to. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, because I really don't like blocking people and having to be a jerk, Some people think I do, but Pickle don't, so that's that. Let's see. First segment is going to be, I want to talk about a few leagues running, and give me one quick minute. I'm going to bring a co-host in with me, if you can still hear me. Okay, I am in. We'll wait for him. Ironhead Reaper, can you hear me? Alrighty, we are live. Ironhead Reaper, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ironhead Reaper. He's going to be my co-host. Will show up from time to time whenever he's available. He's got a lot of racing insight and information that is available to everybody, and he is actually the crew chief that does all my setups in NASCAR Heat 4. Possibly could be my crew chief that does my real car next year if he does his good enough. But Reaper, more or less to bring in on what we've talked about here in the last almost 10 minutes now, is the commenting on my page about the Cup of Joe, keeping it polite and decent. That way the public can enjoy it. You know, joke around all you want to, have fun. Just keep it decent, because I have grandkids that see it. I have kids that see it. I have my parents see it. Okay, you know, and I'm sure everybody agrees with that. Correct, Reaper?
Yeah.
Reaper, are you sharing?
Sharing.
Voice.
Yes.
Okay, because I've already got.
Always.
I got check again for me. I got one telling me he can't hear you. It's probably because he hasn't said a whole lot yet. I haven't given him the opportunity, so just give me a chance. We'll let him speak here. Got this new stuff going on, Reaper. I pretty much filled you in this morning before we got going. Mentioned the sponsors already. Foster Trucking 22, Spido Motorsports, Knock Knock Racing, Brichetti Trucking and Welding, and Reaper Graphics. For some reason, Reaper, I've got to do a little information searching on how to get that graphic up so I can use it, because I can't get it up right now. So I have to do a little. I didn't have a whole lot of time. I didn't give myself much time, which is what I usually do.
Can you hear me yet?
I hope so. If anybody's listening and can comment it and let me know if you can hear my co-host Ironhead Reaper, I would appreciate it. So tonight, Ironhead, we've got a league going at it on the dirt at Taggart at 6:30 p.m. tonight, which is the Giggity Racing League. You can also view that at Giggity Racing League /YouTube.com.
Who runs that?
So far, all I know is K-Taddy, PSN4 K-Taddy. If you want to get involved in that, you get a hold of K-Taddy. He will let you know. Registration is open for the race until 6 p.m. The race will start at 6:30.
Is that Eastern or Central?
I'm really not positive on that. Checking information coming in.
I might give it a whirl too.
Okay, yes, we have confirmation that they can hear you now. And as far as I know, I've seen a few names. Last time I seen the board to get into the race, it had 8 to 10 names on it. I seen, of course I'm in there. I'm going to run it tonight, see how it goes. I seen Brichetti in there. Brichetti is the winner from last week's race, which I also watched, and pretty decent race. You know, there's dirt, it's rubbing, it's touching, it's, you know, you have your racing incidents, and I didn't really see no blatant people taking people out blatantly, so it kind of sparked my interest. So I'm going to go try it tonight. I'm going to try to give Brichetti, the race winner of last week, a run for his money, which is usually a good race all the time. But anyways, that race will be 6:30 Eastern, I believe 5:30 Central. I believe that's the information that's coming in. I'm not sure if it's positive, but that's what I'm hearing. I did see it was 6:30. It didn't say whether it was Central or But anyways, yes, another league I want to promote on this first segment is the Lethal Racing Showdown on Monday nights. 100% races. I believe it's dirt. And if you are interested in getting into any of them races, get a hold of Archangel Cloud on PSN. He can get you in, try you out, and go from there. And he has some good racers in his league. Both leagues have really good racers in them. And
Charlie was supposed to be there last night, but having PSN problems.
Yeah, that's why I forgot to mention at the beginning of the broadcast, but that's why I didn't have my podcast yesterday morning. Had some inclement weather, excuse me, and I didn't have real good internet, so I didn't have it yesterday morning. And I'm thinking about going to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule with this. That way some racing news can build up, because we are in the off season. Everybody's got that.
I actually think a later in the week would be better, because all the leagues are happening on the weekends.
True, very true, very true. So yeah, you can expect changes to the podcast. Big changes. We're going to try to make this for everybody, not just for the guys in the cliques. This is going to be for everybody. You're new on the game, you message the Flying Pickle here at Cup of Joe, and we'll get you going, bud. We'll help you out. We got a lot of friends that run this game. A lot of us are OGs, and a lot of us know how to drive. Speaking of
tip, we do not like giving out setups, but we
right. And more or less, I agree with you, Reaper. If you're not going to help yourself, then I don't see anybody helping you. And it's just same way it is real life. It's just good stuff. And when it happens, and that kind of, and then you get into races with them kind of people, oh my God, it'll just raise your blood pressure, make your hands sweat, make your brow sweat. And believe me, this guy I'm talking to here, called Reaper, he does it to me all the time when I'm racing him. But probably gonna do it next year when I'm really racing him too. But yeah, that's if you want to advertise your league here on Cup of Joe with Pickle and Reaper, let us know. We'll get it out there. We'll need some information, but we'll get it out there. We'll advertise it. We'll get your racers heard. That's all we can really do. Maybe recognized. I mean, like I said in the last segment of the show, we're going to go to leaderboards and show you guys. And that should be drive, in my opinion, for you guys to work hard. Learn your setups, get setups, work on your setups, get faster, get better, and become part of the community that runs clean, races good, congratulates each other, shows sportsmanship. There's so many of us out there that is good drivers that is just phenomenal to think about when you just sit and think about it. You know what I mean, Reaper? So, I'm kind of running over in this segment, but that's fine with me, because that means I got quite a bit to talk about. And a lot of coffee, and I'm good on cigarettes, so we're good. But Sunday night, I don't know if they're listening. I hope he watches. I hope he sees a replay. I hope he checks it out on YouTube. I am going to call this the call-out segment, which is the last 30 or 45 seconds of this first segment. I am calling CSI Jeep and his NHLRA crew, which they have agreed to a race Sunday night, NASCAR Heat 4. I will be live on YouTube, on my channel. It will be me, which is the Flying Pickle, Ironhead Reaper, Kigo Baseball, Burketti number 3, Coke Fan, Mook Dude, taking on the boys of the NHRLA, CSI Jeep, JLC Dog, Long Shot, Jimmy G, and 2 more. I'm not sure who they are, but they'll be there. That's just the way I'll put that. I believe it will be 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And here it is. Reaper, if you've got anything to say, you just let me know. I'll shut up on the subject. And but first of all, what I want to say is I had a conversation with a man, and we agreed on this race. He said he would talk to his guys. He got back to me, and obviously they want to run this race, which is a 6-on-6, and here it is. I'm about to tell you what the race is going to be because I asked you, CSI Jeep. So I invited you and your boys to a race with me and my fellas, my friends, not my clique. Okay? So here it is. The race will be Daytona, 50% in the trucks. The same race you didn't let us run after we worked over 10 hours on setups. So it's either 50% at Daytona in the trucks, Sunday night, 8 p.m., or it's going to be nothing. Because you're going to let us run the race we deserve. I invited you. There's two things right there that tells me it should be my call, not yours. You let me know, CSI Jeep. Because I'm waiting. I'll be ready Sunday night. And my boys are already ready. We was ready last week when you kicked us out of the league. But that's nor here to say. So it's going to be a friendly race. No stupid stuff. No purposely wrecking people. Your boys are going to show your talent against my boys and our God-given talent. So I can't wait. I'm already sweating in the hands. I need to Reaper. My hands are just sweating like crazy. I tell you, boy, I just can't wait for that race. And I really hope it's a clean race, because if it's not, then there's really no sense of doing it, because it's not going to prove anything. And, you know, I mean, if it's a good race, it could work out to be friends out of this or something, you know. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm sure that's what everybody else is hoping for. So I hope it's a really good race Sunday night. Tune in, check us out, 8 p.m., YouTube, ruralcar275, the race will be on there. There might be other guys that have the race. If so, I will mention their names on my Facebook channel sometime this week. I'm sure Burketti's probably going to YouTube it too. Reaper, you I don't know if you've got a YouTube yet or if you're going to do that, but you might do it. I don't know. Some people like to do it, some people don't. So yeah, it's going to be good stuff.
Should be a good, fun, competitive race.
Yes. Yeah. You know, clean, bump drafting, good stuff. You know, good Daytona racing. You know, incidents happen. I can understand that. But
if you want to see trucks go 200 miles an hour.
Exactly. Over 200, and I'm glad you brought that up, Reaper. It is so hard. Ironhead Reaper worked a long time to get that truck over 200 mile an hour, and when he wants to do something, he does it, and it was just good stuff. And he got her. I think Reaper, we got them some bitches in the draft to run like 206 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Good stuff. So yeah, guys, check it in. Tune in, check it out. Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Some really good drivers, some really good racing at one of the world's fastest racetracks. Okay, start segment 2. I'm going to start it this way, Ironhead, because I seen it. I'm excited about it. And I don't know what to do about it because it's still January and we're still waiting on more snow. I seen on Facebook Warren County is working on their schedule. Warren County, Iowa, where me and Reaper will be racing next year. Reaper raced there last year. Did really, really good for his first year.
I appreciate that.
But I did see that, Reaper, on Facebook. I can't remember a few of the people's questions, and I don't actually know where my phone went right now. But That's my information center.
Well, sorry to jump back to the first
Go right ahead,
part
bud.
of it about the leagues. I was thinking about starting a RegFest league. If anybody was interested in that, and give me any pointers or any ideas. If there was enough people going to do it, I would do it. But until then, until I know, I'm not going to start setting it up. But anyway, if anybody wants in, let me know.
Yeah, let us know either right here at Cup of Joe with Pickle or personally at Ironhead Reaper on PSN 4.
Reaper 21.
So yeah, I can't wait. I'm usually in all the stuff he does, so yeah. Sounds good. Boy, my hands are sweating. I'm really nervous. Boy, I'm really nervous. So anyways,
like a figure 8 and circle track.
Yeah, we was practicing that the other day, and that really got me excited. I really had fun doing that. It really reminded me of all the figure 8 that goes on at Warren County.
Well, yeah, nuts shit. This stuff is nuts.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because, you get to that intersection where you got to cross each other and you got to make a choice, whether you are trying to save your position or you're going to plow through this guy and save it that way and hope and pray it comes out okay, which sometimes it does and sometimes it don't,
Right.
But, yeah. I can't wait, dude. I'm definitely interested. Like he said, if you're interested, if joining a league like that, let us know. It's good stuff, good racing, good clean stuff. Like I said,
I was even thinking about trying to incorporate NASCAR in RegFest and the same thing. Like, you gotta move up through the classes, and I'm talking to you guys start playing the game.
So you're talking about since we don't have anything to make a front wheel drive class, you're talking about what making? Oh no, I guess we do have things to make a front wheel drive class on RegFest, don't we? Yeah. So you can make it from front wheel drive clear through hobby, clear through late model into cup, into truck. Boy, that would be that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to build a series, that's the way you do it. And even if you got to incorporate a couple games, if games are good enough, why not?
Be right back.
That's how you see if people are good at driving. As plain and simple. You get rid of the ones that can't do it. You keep the ones that can do it and see how far they go. Push them a little bit, give them a little bit of encouragement, and see what happens, Lay it in their hands, give them the silver spoon and tell them, are you going to eat with it or are you going to drop it on the ground? That's more or less the way it happens. But yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Mention that. Okay, so, but yeah, like I told Reaper, I'm really excited about Warren County coming out with their schedule. I'm really excited about me and Reaper getting our cars done. Also, Reaper's dad getting his car done. He will be also running there. We've got a few friends that run up there. Robert and his dad, Kevin Jones, and Robert's girlfriend. They all run up there. Really great people. Really great time to go up there at Warren County Speedway in Indianola, Iowa, for the season racing. So yeah, I can't wait to see the schedule and see what the events are going to be for this year. Good stuff. Really gets my blood going when I talk about racing and this next season and the racing on NASCAR Heat. Good stuff. Almost better than my coffee, but I don't think so. Excuse me while I took a drink of my coffee. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Oh my goodness, really. I'm like really behind in my schedule, but that's cool because at least you guys are going to get more than a half hour this time in episode 2 of Cup of Joe with Pickle. You guys are going to get the full hours, so yeah, ought to be pretty good. It's been pretty good so far, I feel. But, it is what it is. It comes with the good, it comes with the bad. I've already had one podcast. I've seen good comments. I've seen bad comments. And you're going to have that. Hey, one of my buddies, Burketti, would say, just like Dale Earnhardt Sr., you're gonna have the good with the bad. That's all there is to it.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I just mentioned your icon, your mentor, Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Oh boy.
And more or less, I was just, to wrap it up real quick, I was just saying more or less you take the good with the bad when it comes to the video podcast and people's opinions, whether they're good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I laid it out there like Dale would. So,
there you go.
So to start this next segment, Reaper, I seen on Facebook that NASCAR introduced 4 new premier partners that will sponsor the 2020 Cup Series.
Oh, really?
I haven't really read on it yet because I've been waiting for the podcast. Well, I need to turn that off. Sorry about that. But yes, I seen it on Facebook. 4 new premieres. Okay, and now I am in where it showed this. And it says NASCAR introduces 4 premier partners that will sponsor 2020 Cup Series. Okay, let's go to the article. It says, in preparation for the 2020 season, NASCAR has signed Busch Beer, Coca-Cola, Geico, and Xfinity as the company's premier partners, according to the Associated Press. Despite the new partnership, in the Cup Series will not feature a title sponsor now. It will just be known as NASCAR Cup Series. So no more Monster Energy. Monster Energy gone. They were there 1 year. Weren't they there only a year, Reaper?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gone already, which I really enjoyed Monster Energy's sponsorship. I thought that was just a step below Winston Cup since they've had so many sponsors through the years. It says the 4 new sponsors will feature in several capacities throughout the company, including on NASCAR broadcast, digital, and social avenues in the marketing promotion. Busch, Coca-Cola, Geico, and Xfinity will also be seen at the championship and all-star races throughout the NASCAR schedule. Okay, understandable. That's what all sponsors do. This has been a monumental year for our sport. One highlighted and significant changes to our business model to ensure long-term visibility and growth. NASCAR President Steve Phillips said in a statement, as we begin this new chapter, we are joined by 4 incredible brands with deep-rooted histories across all levels of our sport. We are honored to have this elite group represent our NASCAR Cup Series for years to come. I want to stop right there. Number one, thank you for everybody that's watching. Appreciate it. Welcome to Cup of Joe with Pickle. Reaper, you heard what I just read. And that's not all of it yet. They said, I'm going to go back here. It says, as we begin this new chapter, we are joined by 4 incredible brands with deep-rooted histories across all levels of our sport. I disagree with that.
I agree.
I totally disagree with that. NASCAR, this is the Flying Pickle 69, and this is my opinion. You don't represent grassroots like you say you do. You have a series called Grassroots. Back to the Grassroots. You're lying. Because you do not represent, you do not sponsor one dirt series. And if anybody, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know what series they sponsor. I know they sponsor tracks. That's not sponsoring a series.
This is true.
Okay. Because they sponsor a track an hour north of me, probably 40, 30, 35 minutes east of you. In Corning, the hell's the name? Corning, Iowa. They are NASCAR sanctioned. But it is not a NASCAR series. Totally understandable. It's two different things. But they just said they sponsor all of the series across the board. No, maybe NASCAR's series, but not grassroots series. And that's the word that they use that I am picking on. Sorry, but it's just the truth.
It seems like they're kind of trying to dip back into it with the ARCA series. I kind of agree with what they're doing. They need to. The ARCA series has been around a long time. I remember my father taking me to ARCA series races back in Illinois when we lived over there, and watching Bobby Allison run the ARCA series and Dick Trickle run. Yes, I watched these boys when I was young, and to see it go through what it's went through. I mean, I'm 50 years old. That was when I was 8, 10 years old that we used to go watch that, and now it's about died, and now it's trying to come back, and it really needs to be promoted. ARCA, the ASA, all them grassroots series, all the dirt series, all the small late model series and the asphalt series at the home tracks. Those are the tracks that are keeping NASCAR alive. Those are the tracks that, right. Those are the tracks that people that never been to a race go to for the first time, and maybe fall in love with racing, and then good luck, look out, they're starting to look for races on TV. They're watching NASCAR then. Okay, so support your dirt tracks. That's where it all started. I mean, Junior Johnson didn't start delivering moonshine on the interstate. Right.
His back roads, baby, on the dirt. So yeah,
I think they should go back to the old golden era type schedule and switch it up between asphalt tracks and dirt tracks.
Right, you got all these series that start
they
up.
They got all this equipment, used it.
Right. You got all these series, just like I was saying. You got all these series, Reaper, that start up and fold up within the first 5 or 10 years. Okay, stop that stuff. NASCAR, make a series, make it affordable, make it dirt, and start at the root. Start at the root. A tree don't grow from the sky down. You know? So I don't agree with that statement, but NASCAR's always changing things. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I don't know if this will be
to go backwards.
Yes, I do. I agree with that totally. I understand why they got rid of the Winston Cup sponsorship, but they still kept all the beer sponsorships.
Gotta love beer.
So, America. No. Amen, America. Amen, America. But, so, yeah, pick a sponsor. Get some history to it. Put some history in it. Stick around. Racing is not... You can say it's going to die all you want. It's not going to die. It's been around for how many years? I mean, I believe the 60th running. Okay, yeah, here's another thing, Reaper. My goodness, we're 35 minutes into this, and I still ain't talked about everything. Praise the Lord, America. Again, thanks to all the viewers out there. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here talking. I don't know if you care or not, but thanks. 10 weeks. 10 weeks, guys. Reaper, 10 weeks. Daytona 500 on Fox. 10 weeks. We're going to see Michael's ugly butt again on pit road, walking around, talking to drivers, giggling around, goofing around, making us laugh. I love watching Michael Waltrip on pit road. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Man, after watching Junior's podcast the other day, watching John Force, man, he'd be a trip to run around listening to his.
Boy, he is just at his. I would love to have half of his energy at his age.
Oh, man.
I'm probably 11, 12 years younger than him, and I'd still like to have half his energy. or his doctor and the prescriptions, one of the two. Sorry, John Force, you are my favorite drag racer because drag racing's my roots, and yeah. So yeah, 10 weeks Daytona, can't wait. Reaper, I don't know if you've seen, they are already testing the. When's the new body supposed to come out for NASCAR?
Which ones are you talking about?
Well, it's the new Supras, the new Fords, and the new Camaros. What will be coming out this next season?
I'm not exactly sure when did they start the change.
I seen they're testing the new bodied Camaro at ISM Motor Speedway in Phoenix right now. Well, last weekend.
Chevy's struggling, so they need to do something.
Yes, I believe, and that's what they were doing out there. I didn't really read into the post. I just seen the car, and it looked like Knight Rider. I swear to God. Cool. I swear to God. They had the headlights, and I mean, it looked cool. It looked like Darth Vader with red pinstriping. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully they can get that Chevrolet worked out this year to where more than just by the way, that brings me to my other conversation. Driver, most fan favorite. The fan favorite driver for this year, I believe. Most popular driver for NASCAR is Chase Elliott for this year. Fans voted, and he won most popular driver.
Congrats to Chase for that.
Definitely. And Hendrick Motorsport.
No comment.
But anyways, we'll go right past that, so Reaper can't comment on that one. But yeah, congratulations, Chase, for most popular driver. Filling the footsteps of Dale Earnhardt Jr. because he won it for so many years and was a hell of a promoter and still is to this day for NASCAR and everything about NASCAR. And that's Dale Earnhardt Jr. And like I said, Chase, you're following in his footsteps, so congratulations on that. Quickly, I also did see that a speedway in Missouri, it's called I-70 Motorsports Park, will be reopening, and they will be having weekly 900 horsepower dirt sprint cars in 2020. The track's been closed for, I believe, more than 10 years. This is a big thing for everybody down there in that area. I mean, Reaper, you know I'm going to be running down in Missouri a little bit. I might even travel down that far because my old lady's parents live right down the road from I-70 Speedway, so we might go down there and try it. I'm not sure what it is, half mile, quarter mile, eighth mile, 3/8. I'm not sure what it is, but I know back in the day it was the place to run around Missouri, around the Kansas City area. So, but now they've got plenty of tracks. They got I-35, they got Lakeside in Kansas City, and yeah, all that's good stuff. Good stuff. So, another thing I seen, I get a lot of information from Facebook, and another thing I seen is right now, actually as of this past Saturday, we are 6 months out from the Dirt Late Model Dream at Eldora. You can get your tickets as of this Saturday, 10 a.m. at the either at Ticketmaster or the ticket office at Eldora Speedway. I'm not real positive. Let's see. This past Saturday, 10 a.m. Join them in the 2020 season to see whose dream of winning $126,000 will come true. So yeah. Right now, you can get your tickets. It's a hell of a race. They fill the place every year. Reaper, we hear about it every year. I know I've been planning on going to see it, but I just haven't done it yet. I'd love to get out to Eldora and see that track. I've never been out there. One of my buddies has been out there. Actually, one of my sponsors, Foster Trucking 22, he's been out there. Said the races were just incredible, and the place was standing room only. So yeah, if you can get tickets, if you're looking for Christmas presents, there you go. Christmas presents as tickets to the Dream, the Dirt Late Model Dream at Eldora. Reaper, I've got a question for you, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a few minutes now. What do you think? Have you seen the news about Joe Gibbs Racing and Martin Truex Jr. and Cole Pearn? Cole Pearn is, as of yesterday, resigned as crew chief for Martin Truex Jr. and has decided to step away from NASCAR and follow further adventures outside the sport. That was a shock. Because as you know, Reaper, Martin Truex was a contender this year.
Yeah.
It was they had a mistake. They put mixed up the tires. I'm not exactly sure how it went, but they mixed up the tires and put the wrong tires on the wrong sides, and it didn't go real good, and he went a lap down. And that's, you can't blame that on a crew chief. I don't know if that's what happened or what, but incidents happen. You're in the moment. You're living in the moment. You're not thinking 100% when you're in the moment. We've both been there, Reaper, in a race car, in the game. I mean, we watched Burketti. Burketti, I love you, baby. But anyways, so yeah, that was a big shock to me to see Cole Pearn is leaving Martin Truex Jr. We'll see where he goes and what happens with him. I really don't think he's going to leave the sport of auto racing. I think he might go other places in auto racing, but
Well, good luck in whatever he does.
yes, good luck in his endeavors, and hopefully he succeeds and continues to do well, because he's a very brilliant man when it comes to engineering a race car, setting up a chassis, getting it to run, calming the driver down, real good at counseling, the whole 9 yards. So yeah. Another thing I've seen, Reaper, is that the World of Outlaws have announced their 2020 schedule for the late model series, World of Outlaw late models, and they are including Boone Speedway in this year's schedule.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, I got it right here in front of me. So it is a fact. The World of Outlaws will be coming to Boone Speedway, Iowa in 2020. Make sure you get your tickets. It's the World of Outlaws. I seen them last year. And combined World of Outlaws, Lucas Oil late models combined at the Knoxville Nationals late last year. It was an awesome show. Me and my old lady go every year, and it was a blast.
And I also gotta point out the Super Nationals out there. If you don't get a chance to go to that, go to the Super Nationals. A week straight race.
Yeah. Just give me the wing sprint cars.
Nah, out in Boone, Super Nationals.
Oh, Super Nationals, yes. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was thinking of too many racetracks in my head, Reaper, and I got confused.
You're good.
But yeah, Boone Nationals. Oh my God.
Go camping.
Reaper, I believe, if I remember correctly, they had like 600 car counts every night last year for the Boone Nationals. And that is just astonishing. 600 cars. That's, realize how much horsepower that is? That's too much horsepower. I can't even count how much horsepower that is. But I know right now, all that horsepower get me excited, boy. Woo! Hell yeah.
Good show out there.
So yeah,
Food's cheap too.
Yep. Just looking over my notes.
The track. That's what keeps the tracks going.
Yeah. A lot of people take grills out there and stuff like that. Like down here at the track, I'm going to partially run this year at I-35. I've seen people pull up and have a mini tailgate. That's cool and everything, but come on. Support your track. You got your concession stand there. You got your souvenir stand there. Drivers come out and will sign your little boy's checkered flag or autograph your shirt or whatever, or a hat or whatever it may be. You support your local racetrack and your local promoter of your racetrack promoter of your racetrack, because that's what keeps everything going. That's what keeps racing alive. That's what keeps racers racing.
The wheels going round and round.
Right, right. Kicking tires and lighting fires. So yeah. Oh my God, Reaper. Boy, I was really wrapped up tight for this podcast, and I have burned up 50 minutes almost, and I am pretty.
Making an hour show.
Yeah, well, I think that's what we're gonna do, and then so we got about another 10 minutes. Let's see what else I researched this week. I researched a lot of stuff.
How about leaderboards?
Oh yeah. Let's since Reaper's used up all my time. Okay, sorry about that. No, I'm just joking and playing. Again, I want to thank each and every viewer, whether you're watching now or you watch later. Thank you for your view. Thank you for your opinions and your comments. I appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, coffee or a cup of Joe with a flying pickle and Reaper wouldn't happen. Okay, so let's go to our last segment. No cappuccino counts. You gotta have straight coffee. If you got sugar and creamer, it works. Just gotta have a cup of Joe. That's all there is to it.
It's got cappuccino, coffee, and hot chocolate.
But we are going to go into the to the last 10 minutes of our show here, and we're going to show you the racers. You guys race. You guys do as good as you do. You guys put the effort in, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you. Reaper, are you by chance watching?
I am not. I can't know.
Okay, because I really want your opinion on drivers, and no matter if it's drivers, times, how they race, your opinion of them, or whatever. And we'll start wherever you want to. Would you like to start in the dirt class where it's our home and our roots?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, let's do that then. We'll go to dirt, and of course, Reaper, the first track that it pulls up each and every time you do it is Bristol. Okay. At the top, I'm just going to go down real quick. I'll give you the first 3 on the board. If you want to comment, you can. If not, we'll go to next. You just let me know when you are viewing so you can take over and tell me, what you think. And what kind of credit these guys deserve, because right here, these are the boys. You want to be somebody on this game, you run the boys on the leaderboard, and you run them clean. Because if you do, they'll give you the respect to run them. They'll run you back clean. So yeah, the first 3, Reaper, is Too Slow Charlie, and this is Bristol, Kigo, and you. It's you 3 at the top. We all know how Charlie races. He's clean as hell. Never makes a mistake.
Hell yeah.
Gets hellacious grip. Can drive the wheels off of it and still look smooth as hell. And phenomenal. He's been doing it for as long as I've been online. And
He's been on for about a year.
Right. In my opinion, if you ain't running a Reaper chassis or a Too Slow chassis, a Too Slow chassis, then you're really not being a contender on the game. You're not running up there with the boys, because them 2 chassis right there, I believe, in my opinion, are the tops on the game. And I'm not just kissing anybody's butt.
We got to throw a Mook in there too, and then Coke.
Right, Coke. I tell you what, that boy's a wheel man for his age. I know he's young, but that guy, he can drive and hold the line. You run him dirty, he'll run you the same way. He'll run you the same way you run him if you do it. You don't want to do it because he's experienced. Just like me, you, or the next guy. You got this board now?
He's smart with the suspension too. He knows how to get that car hooked up.
Are you viewing the board now, Reaper?
Yeah.
Okay. So, quickly, anybody else there on that leaderboard there at Bristol?
Oh, we got Young. Brody. Gotcha. I don't know Gotcha.
I'm not. I think Gotcha's on my friends list. I think I've talked to him once or twice. He's not a bad guy, but as you see, he's on the board and he's right there above Burketti. So he must have done something. He must be doing something.
Fergie time on there.
Oh yeah. Oh Fergie.
He's
He's usually on them leaderboards. Isn't his car number 22 also, Reaper?
I do believe so.
I believe it is. I believe it is. Okay, so we're gonna go to.
Sometimes him and Mook drive them in her cars.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they both fast. They both fast. They buddies and good guys to race against. Like I said before, you want to race good guys. Very respectful racers.
On this list right here, just on a daily, is very respectful drivers.
Right, right. Well, here we're at Charlotte now, Reaper, and we got name on top there, 14.364. That's pretty quick. You run threes at Charlotte. That's a pretty quick time, you know. And then you got Heat and Too Slow again. Boy, he's always right there at the top of the boards. You know it. It just it makes an old man like me have drive to
seat time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Seat time and consistency.
Yep. And Charlie is very consistent. Very consistent. And then
definitely grown.
Then you got Black. Yeah, Black, Harris, Thomas, Reaper, Mook, Brody, Stitch. I mean, look at them times from top to bottom. You got a 364, and then last place is a 14.432. That's pretty close times. That's pretty close times. I mean, you get all them guys together, you're gonna have some good racing. Good racing.
Yeah, I guarantee them times ain't gonna look like that though.
No, they get a lot slower when you start running side by side and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Got 5 minutes left here, Reaper. Let's fly through this leaderboard. We got about 5 more boards. We're here at Drebin, and as you see, the board again is full of good racers. Wow.
Lord Coke up in fourth.
Wow, boy, I haven't checked the leaderboards in a day or two, and them times are phenomenal. I haven't seen. Yeah, that's fast. Brody, Charlie, Goat, Coke, Kigo, Zach. Yeah, me either, bud. Me either. They kept us off of there, and that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Keep me off of there. If that's your drive, keep me off of that leaderboard. It don't matter to me. I just like to race. So Burketti coming in 10th there.
I call bull pig.
Bring ding 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 ding. So okay, Eldora. You want to do Eldora here, Reap?
Yeah, sure. Let's go through. We got Mook at the top of the 206. Holy crap!
Wow, 206. That's. I wonder if. Reaper, I wonder if the post office is his sponsor, because that's hauling the mail at Eldora, bud.
I wonder how many tires he was actually using. 3.
Well, okay, I thought you meant maybe 8 instead of 4, but no, I guess you were...
Nah, he's not like that.
Yeah, because if he's running 206, you know he's pulling that front tire around that corner. Boy, I'd like to get some pictures of that. Good stuff. Good stuff. 206, hell yeah. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of the same names. A lot of the same names. You got a different name right down there at the bottom. A couple of them down there at the bottom. Ricky Bobby and Blaze. We got both of them showing up here at Eldora on the leaderboards.
Full on Chewbacca popping in out of nowhere.
Yeah, and to be honest, you don't see him as much as you used to, but he's always been fast. He's always been a good driver. And yep.
Pretty good at Eldora.
Yep. Yeah. You running a 2 at Eldora, you are hooked up, boys. Even a 3. I mean, I'm not going to put my time out there, but because yeah, obviously you see me not on the board, so. So okay, we'll skip. We're gonna skip Jefferson. Well, no, I won't. I'm gonna talk about it for about 5 seconds. You see the names: Charlie, Mook, Berger, Brody. Elderly Picks, Peyton, Diving Inside, Ricky Bobby, Falcon, and Slammin' J.
A little surprising that Coke's not on there.
Yes, very surprising.
Give him a little drive.
Since Coke, I believe, is the all-time. Isn't Coke holding all-time leader at Jefferson?
I'm not sure.
Well, let's just go look. Let's just go look. There he is with a 104.474. So yeah, if you want time to beat, that's the time to beat, fellas. That's the time to beat. That's time to beat Jefferson. You want to run with? You want to run with somebody at Jefferson? You look up them guys right there. Them guys are the boys right there that are tearing Jefferson up. And I don't like Jefferson personally because dirt. There's no sense in road course.
First and third, that's dirty. Just throwing that out there, but we're gonna move on from that.
So okay, let's go to Vegas. Reaper, go ahead, take it over for Vegas.
All right. Well, we got at the top. We got Black.
We're at a 328.
Drebin, I think he was up in the top 5. I think or close to it. I can't remember to be exact which one it was. And we got Coke, second name. He's been pretty consistent on the board. Burger, he's been consistent. He's popped in on a couple. Then we got NASCAR Extreme popping in out of nowhere. And Dr. Robbie Bobby popping in out of nowhere. And Brody been pretty consistent. And here it is popping in again. And Mook down there at the bottom. What are you doing?
Whoa, that's one of the fast guys that. Well, see there, that could be that drive that people's got because Mook's so fast. I mean, he's so fast. I want to beat him. He makes me want to beat him. Right, and it's so hard to beat him because he's so consistent and smooth and just like a lot of other guys on the game, you know, it's good stuff. It makes you better at playing the game, and that could be what happened with these boys here. You know, I mean, it is Vegas. Anything can happen at Vegas. But whatever happens stays there, I guess. That's what they've been saying for years, anyways.
Well, we just failed that.
Yeah. So we run right to Richmond. Yeah, and Too Slow Charlie right there at the top again, boy. Oh my goodness.
Look at you up top 5.
Well, yeah, yep. That's one of my favorite tracks. And here it is. You see the man sitting at the top. That's who gives me my drive at these tracks. I want to be like Charlie, Brody, Mook, Hagwood, B-Stang, Fergie, all them guys. Excellent racers. Run you side by side, and those are the guys that make me a better racer. And because they're fast, they're good, they know what they're doing, and you can learn a lot from them. Even if you're running in the back of the pack, you sit there and run your line and watch them. You'll learn. You know, that's how I did it when I started playing the game. You know, when I started running with you, hell, you know, I was on your bumper constantly because I was just learning like Einstein back there on your bumper. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, a 125 is just insane. I ran a 199 there the other day. My best, as you see, is 20.187. That, to me, I'm driving steering wheel. Just like you, Reaper, just like a few other guys. Yeah, it helps. But when you're going that fast on that steering wheel, man, it just makes your blood go a little faster, your hands sweat a little more than they usually do, and it gets you excited about racing, period.
It definitely does.
Yep. So, yeah, congratulations to Charlie on that 125 and everybody else.
On a controller, just to point that out.
Yeah. If you on this leaderboard and you running a controller, shit, my hand is out. And congratulations, because you're running a controller, and it is very hard, in my opinion, to run a controller. That's why I went to a steering wheel immediately, because I was overdriving. But that's me. Anyways, we're gonna run right to Taggart, which is, to remind you again, where Giggity Racing League is going to be tonight. I believe 100% race I will be in it, so you can check it out live here on my YouTube channel, ruralcar275. And let's see, Too Slow Charlie right there at the top again. My goodness, that old man, I tell you what, he just does not give anybody a break, does he? He's all competition, and that's all there is to it, which is good stuff. That's what I like, Charlie. I appreciate it, every bit of it. Oh, well, then you got that old Kigo Baseball coming in at second place in 17.135, a thousandth behind Too Slow. Oh, and then you got NASCAR. Look at that, Reaper. Look at the top three on that leaderboard. Wow. You want to talk about fast. Some of the fastest guys in the game, right there, boys. A Taggart, right there. You want to race them boys, and here it is. You run them with respect. You run them clean. If they're going to lap you, watch for them. Give them the room. If you give them the room, hey, there or two later, maybe you can ask them for a setup. That's the way they work. That's the way it works. You know.
Well, we hit our hour. Do we want to talk about esports before we end it, or?
Let's see. There's just to finish this up real quick, Reaper. Just Texas, real quick look. A lot of the same ones. You got Archangel down there at 10th coming in. Heat again. NASCAR, Burger, Stitch, Brody. Yeah, name 344. That's moving. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, are you talking about the, let's go back out of this, NASCAR Esports Pro League?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Let me run through my information here, because I have, oh, wait a minute, this is not the spot. Okay. So the NASCAR Heat 4 has a pro league. They had it last year. They're going to start it again just after 2020 starts. And they are doing tryouts. Isn't that what you would call it, Reaper?
Yeah.
Okay. They're doing the NASCAR Heat Pro League qualifying that you can set up on NASCAR Heat 4 on PlayStation Network, Xbox, or PSN. Let's see here.
Our buddy Coke is actually running.
Yes, Coke. Coke's qualifying for it. You've qualified for it. I've qualified for it. Anybody that has qualified for it. Okay, here it is. I found the article. This is not the one I read the other day. I'm hoping it has the same information. If it don't, I will. Oh, you sons of gun. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, if it's not the same information, then I will just fill you in on what I've heard and read. Here it is. 704 Games is thrilled to announce the first ever NASCAR Esports League on console. The NASCAR Heat Pro League. They've partnered with NASCAR and the Race Team Alliance to bring this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to all you fans out there on NASCAR Heat 4. Beginning when it started, it's not today, this is a past post, but we all know when it started if you have the game. But it says, beginning today, fans across the nation, as in you, owning NASCAR Heat 3 or Heat 4 can begin to qualify for the first ever NASCAR Heat Pro League draft, scheduled to take place early this coming year. The league will feature up to 16 race teams and 32 drivers. each owned and operated by real world NASCAR race teams. That means Hendricks, Penske, name some, Reaper. Childress, Petty, Joe Gibbs, Stuart Haas, exactly. All those real teams are looking at you. You, the driver that is qualifying on NASCAR Heat 4 Pro League qualifying right now. Each and every one of you, whether you're in Class A through Class D. Okay. The league will feature up to 16 race teams and 32 drivers, each owned and operated by real-world NASCAR race teams. Following the draft, the NASCAR Heat Pro League will feature a 16-race season beginning in spring 2019 and accumulating during the 2019 NASCAR playoff. All the league races will be live streamed online at NASCAR.com, Twitch, and Motorsport.com. Many of NASCAR's most predominant teams are participating in the new esports venture, including, these are your teams that are watching you guys out there, so keep qualifying. Chip Ganassi Racing, Joe Gibbs Racing, Hendricks Motorsports, Richard Childress Racing, Roush Fenway Racing, Stuart Haas, Team Penske, and Junior Motorsports. Each of the participating teams will field 2 drivers, one competing on Xbox and the other on PlayStation 4. So I guess they're not doing it on PC. I'm sorry, my bad. I correct that. Okay. And that's the end of that post. So what I read the other day to include with all of that is when they're running this NASCAR Pro Esports, whatever it is, the Pro League qualifying, when they're running that, what I read the other day is that when they set up a track, that they're doing this to bring more fans to enjoy NASCAR in real life, number one. Number two, they are doing it to make our gaming experience better. They said in an article I read day before yesterday, which was either in one of the NASCAR communities or 704 community, said something about that they can mess with the aero, they can mess with the fuel consumption, they can mess with your tires, they can mess with the track, they can mess with everything. So whatever happens in the NASCAR Heat Pro League qualifying is the way they want it. So all of us, we can't, I mean, if you don't have a draft, if you're wearing tires out like crazy, we can't really bitch because you don't want it handed to you. I don't anyways. Just like I know you don't, Reaper. So do your hardest, do your best, work on your setups, and don't just be out there asking each and every other person for a setup. Work on it. It'll make you feel better if you're running your own chassis, your own setup. I mean, for real. I don't, but I believe in my crew chief, that old Reaper Racing. But so yeah, check out the NASCAR Heat Pro League qualifying. You are being watched. 704 is seeing all you guys, so enjoy it. Have your fun. Make it some good racing, and try your hardest. And at that point, Reaper, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you showing up today, being my co-host. I want to thank my sponsors, Foster Trucking 22, Spidal Motorsports, Knock Knock Racing, Brichetti Welding and Trucking, and Reaper Graphics. If you're looking to jump on board and sponsor us, let me know. I'm available anytime, or I can get your messages and answer you back. No problem with that. But I appreciate all my viewers today. And if you have any information on racing, the racing community, or what's going on in the world of racing, contact me or Ironhead Reaper. We'll put it on here at Cup of Joe with Pickle, and appreciate your support. And Reaper, with that, buddy, I'm going to bid you a farewell. And
well, hold on, I got some breaking news.
Okay, breaking news.
About the Pro League. Our boy Kigo just took first with a 1:44.876 at Eldora right now in the Cup Series, and there are 8 hours and 46 minutes left.
You just heard that, everybody. You just heard that. Ironhead Reaper said, breaking news: NASCAR Esports Pro League #1 qualifier at Eldora. In the trucks, right? In the Dirt Derby, it's Kigo Baseball 21. Congratulations, Kigo. Keep up the great work and go get him, buddy. Go get him. You got the support of the Reaper and the Flying Pickle, buddy. And any more news, Reaper, you want to put out there today?
Nope, that was all I had. It was just going nowhere.
Alrighty, guys.
But I appreciate inviting me out, letting me help you out with your podcast. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Never done one before.
Not a problem, bud.
Everybody watching.
Not a problem.
And, have a good day. Have a good morning.
Alright, guys. Appreciate it. Like I said, appreciate all you viewers, and I appreciate all of you guys out there, the ones I race with, the ones I talk to, and the ones that I just don't know at all. I appreciate every one of you. And until next time here on Cup of Joe with Pickle, we will talk to you later. Peace and Godspeed.